Welcome to our exploration of thinking in the fourth dimension, a concept that might seem abstract at first but offers profound implications for your life. When we talk about the fourth dimension, we're not just discussing a mathematical or physical theory. We are diving into a mindset that transcends the conventional three-dimensional view of the world. This way of thinking opens up new pathways for understanding reality and our place within it. In the first part of our discussion, let's explore the foundational concept of the fourth dimension. Traditionally, we perceive our world in three dimensions: length, width, and height. These dimensions frame our physical experiences but do not encompass the entirety of our existence. The fourth dimension introduces the element of time or space-time, as some might prefer to call it. However, from a spiritual and mental perspective, thinking in the fourth dimension involves viewing our reality from a vantage point where time and space are fluid, not fixed. This perspective allows us to see life's events not just as linear happenings, but as a tapestry woven with threads of past, present, and future. Imagine for a moment that you can observe your life's timeline as a spectator. From this vantage point, each choice and every event are not merely sequential. They are interconnected in a web of cause and effect, influencing and being influenced by multiple timelines simultaneously. How might this perspective change the way you make decisions? This leads us to the concept of interconnectivity, a crucial element of fourth-dimensional thinking. In this realm, every action you take, every thought you entertain, and every emotion you experience sends ripples across an infinite array of possible outcomes. Consider this. Have you ever made a decision that seemed trivial at the time but later realized it had profound consequences? This is the fourth dimension at work. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. Moreover, fourth-dimensional thinking encourages us to step out of the confines of our past conditioning and habitual responses. It invites us to question the linear causality we take for granted. For instance, if you are faced with a challenge, conventional thinking might lead you to respond based on past experiences or future anxieties. Fourth-dimensional thinking, however, prompts you to step out of this timeline, to view the situation from a place where past, present, and future offer insights that are not bound by linear constraints. Now, let us reflect on a question. How often do you find yourself reacting to life's challenges based on outdated scripts and expectations that don't truly serve your highest good or reflect your potential? As we wrap up this first part of our exploration, consider how shifting your perspective to incorporate a fourth-dimensional view could alter your approach to daily challenges and long-term goals. Manifesting in the fourth dimension, aligning intentions, transcending time, and embracing the flow of universal energy. As we continue our exploration into fourth-dimensional thinking, let us delve into how this approach can profoundly influence our ability to manifest desires and shape our reality. In this part of our discussion, we focus on the concept of manifestation, a process that many understand as bringing thoughts and dreams into physical reality. However, with a fourth-dimensional mindset, the process of manifestation is not merely about attracting what you want, but understanding and aligning with the principles that govern the fabric of space-time in which these desires exist. Manifestation in the fourth dimension is rooted in the profound understanding that our thoughts and emotions are not just internal experiences, but are energetic contributions to the universe. Each thought or feeling is like a wave that travels through the fabric of the fourth dimension, interacting with other waves, creating interference patterns that eventually shape the physical reality around us. Think about this. Every time you focus intensely on a desire, are you aware of the energy you're sending out? Are you aligning this energy with the frequencies of the outcomes you wish to see? This brings us to the importance of emotional and mental clarity in fourth-dimensional manifestation. Unlike the straightforward approach of visualizing and achieving in three-dimensional thinking, the fourth dimension requires us to be acutely aware of the quality and clarity of our intentions. Ambiguity or conflicting emotions can send mixed signals into the universe, leading to manifestations that might not align with our true desires. Therefore, clarity becomes the key. How clear are you about what you truly want? Are your desires coming from a place of genuine need and alignment with your higher self, or are they influenced by fleeting emotions or external pressures? Furthermore, the concept of time in fourth-dimensional thinking alters our approach to manifestation. In three-dimensional thinking, there is a strong emphasis on timelines when we want something to happen. However, in the fourth dimension, time is fluid. This fluidity means that manifestation does not adhere to our linear expectations. It follows a path of least resistance, appearing when all conditions are right, often in ways we least expect, but exactly when we need them. Have you ever received something you desired at a moment when you least expected it, but when it was most needed? The practice of patience and detachment plays a crucial role here. While it might seem counterintuitive in the realm of fourth-dimensional manifestation, letting go of the need to control the when and how of our desires allows the universe to work in the most efficient way. Reflect on this. How often have your efforts to control outcomes resulted in frustration or outcomes that were different from what you truly needed? As we conclude this second part of our exploration, consider how embracing fourth-dimensional principles in manifestation can open up new possibilities for achieving your desires. This perspective not only changes how you manifest, but also deeply enriches your understanding of the universe and your place within it. Beyond the visible, unveiling the web of fourth-dimensional relationships. In the realm of fourth-dimensional thought, relationships are not merely connections between individuals, but intricate webs of interactions that extend across time and space. These connections are dynamic, constantly evolving entities shaped by actions, thoughts, emotions, and the unseen forces of our intentions. To truly grasp the nature of these relationships, it is crucial to recognize that every interaction we engage in, whether with a person, a place, or an object, is imbued with energy that contributes to the ongoing creation of our universe. Consider for a moment the relationships you have in your life. On a surface level, these may appear to be based on mutual interests, familial ties, or social interactions. However, from a fourth-dimensional perspective, each relationship is a complex exchange of energies that transcends time and space. Your interaction with a friend today may ripple into numerous future scenarios, influenced by past interactions you've had with others or even those your ancestors had. How does this perspective shift your understanding of the conflicts or harmonies you experience with others? Additionally, fourth-dimensional thinking encourages us to see the interconnectedness of our actions and their broader implications. For instance, consider the simple act of purchasing a product. This choice impacts not only you and the immediate vendor, but also has ramifications down the supply chain, affecting the environment, economic structures, and social conditions. Each choice is a thread in the larger tapestry of our global community, influencing and being influenced by myriad other threads. Embracing this interconnected perspective also deepens our understanding of empathy and compassion. When we begin to see others not just as separate entities but as integral parts of a larger whole to which we are also connected, our approach to relationships changes. We become more mindful of how our thoughts, words, and actions affect not just the immediate recipient but the entire network. This heightened awareness fosters a deeper sense of responsibility and a more compassionate approach to our interactions. Now, let us reflect on a profound question. If you viewed every relationship in your life as an integral part of a vast, interconnected system, how might your approach to interpersonal conflicts or challenges change? Moreover, in the context of fourth-dimensional relationships, time itself takes on a different role. Relationships can heal or deteriorate over different timelines, influenced by actions taken today, or perhaps by those taken in the past or future. The healing of a strained relationship might be facilitated not just by a present apology, but also by a future understanding or a past kindness, all interwoven in a non-linear, fourth-dimensional framework. This perspective challenges us to reconsider our notions of causality in relationships. It suggests that the seeds of current relational dynamics were sown not only in our direct interactions, but also in those of our forebears and those we will have in the future. How then do we hold space for healing, forgiveness, and growth, knowing that these are not confined to the present but are part of a continuum? As we conclude this part of our discussion, take a moment to contemplate the vast web of relationships you are a part of. Consider how adopting a fourth-dimensional perspective might change your interactions and the energy you choose to contribute to these relationships. Transcending time, the spiritual renaissance of fourth-dimensional consciousness. Fourth-dimensional thinking invites us to transcend the limitations imposed by our perceptions of time and space, encouraging a deeper engagement with the eternal aspects of our being. In this expansive state of consciousness, personal growth is not viewed as a linear progression, but as an evolving spiral where past, present, and future coalesce. Each experience, whether deemed positive or negative, is understood as a crucial part of our spiritual evolution, providing unique lessons and opportunities for growth. Consider how often we define our spiritual journey by milestones or specific achievements. In a fourth-dimensional perspective, these are merely points along a continuum that is much more complex and interconnected. It prompts us to ask, how does the understanding that every moment is an integral part of your spiritual evolution change your perception of so-called setbacks or successes? This mode of thinking also challenges us to reevaluate our concept of self. In a three-dimensional worldview, the self is often seen as a static entity, defined by specific characteristics and bounded by physical and psychological limits. However, in the fourth dimension, the self is a dynamic, ever-changing manifestation of various energies and experiences. Our identities become fluid, shaped by temporal and spatial influences, yet not confined by them. This realization can be liberating, as it allows us to break free from the rigid identities to which we often cling. Moreover, fourth-dimensional consciousness elevates our understanding of time itself. Instead of seeing time as a relentless march forward, we begin to perceive it as a rich tapestry of interconnected moments. Each moment holds the potential for transformation. Each second is a gateway to new realities, and each minute is ripe with eternal possibilities. How might your life change if you viewed every moment as laden with infinite potential for growth and transformation? This perspective also imbues us with a profound sense of responsibility towards our spiritual growth. Recognizing that our thoughts and actions ripple across time and space, we become more conscious of the energy we emit and its impact on our surroundings and our own evolution. This heightened awareness fosters a more deliberate approach to life, where mindfulness and intentionality take precedence over unconscious reactions. In addition, fourth-dimensional thinking invites us to engage with the concept of multiple realities. Just as physicists posit the existence of parallel universes, fourth-dimensional spirituality suggests that multiple versions of self might exist simultaneously across different planes of consciousness. Engaging with this idea, we can begin to explore these various selves, learning from their experiences and integrating their lessons into our primary consciousness. What lessons could your other selves teach you about the challenges you face in your current reality? As we approach the end of our discussion, it is essential to recognize that embracing fourth-dimensional thinking does not mean disregarding the practical aspects of our lives in the here and now. Rather, it means enhancing our engagement with the world by seeing beyond the immediate and apparent, reaching into the essence of time and existence to draw out deeper meaning and greater connectivity with the cosmos. Let us end with a reflective question. How will you integrate the insights from fourth-dimensional thinking into your daily life to foster a deeper, more meaningful spiritual evolution? This concludes our series on When You Think in the Fourth Dimension, It Works Like Magic. I hope this exploration has not only expanded your understanding, but also inspired you to view your spiritual journey through a broader, more interconnected lens.